the night. It's different at night. People drop their guard. They have the freedom to be who they want to be. I observe it. I wait for that special moment. And that's the picture that I take. It's out of this curiosity of the mystery of the night that led me to begin to photograph the series Visages de Nuit. So in 2005, I really began exploring where I could photograph, what interested me the most, and I found it was the cities and the urban areas where I had so many more subjects. It didn't matter to me whether it was Paris, London, New York, Chicago, Russian Orthodox weddings, which I was welcomed into, and Albanian national galas. It was the difference of the people. And what I noticed that was so interesting to me was the freedom that people seem to feel at night. Whether they are going to take on a persona of someone else and dress differently than they would in the daytime, or really strip it down and just feel that they could be themselves and the freedom to be who they wanted to be. I was trying to capture that in the images of the series. When I go out and shoot images, I don't worry so much about composition, the light, my surroundings. It's the emotion that I'm feeling and the emotion in that photograph, in that image, that's important to me. I kind of feel that if the emotion is there and it's strong, that the composition, the light, everything will work out from there. I'm also never concerned with what other people feel or sense when looking at my photographs. It's most important to me that they're feeling something. I refuse purposely to give away everything in my images. I think that it's much more interesting for the viewer to leave something unsaid, to let them explore and wonder in an image. I think also that in this quest for the mystery in the image, that it leaves it open for different interpretations. I purposely chose to use manual equipment and shoot strictly with film on this project and basically everything else that I do, because I believe that the use of film gives me that luminosity and the tactile nature with the paper that I use and gives me the best results. The manual equipment that I'm shooting with, the Leica M7 most of the time, gives me the freedom to control what I'm doing and not have the camera control me. Realizing that once I took the photograph, it was so important to me to be able to see it through to fruition and make that fine art silver gelatin print. So I just sought out the best that there was. Chuck Kelton, a master printer in New York, who prints for many, many fine photographers. I was lucky enough to be able to study with him, and I have been working with Chuck since 2005. And on this project, he has been my teacher, my mentor, my collaborator, my friend. And without his teaching and without his support, I don't think that I would be at the place that I am today. For me, one of the most exciting parts of making the print is actually being in the darkroom and seeing that magic appear. We've all seen something on television or in the movies where a photographer puts a print into the developer and up it comes, and it is so true because it's an emotional experience. It's an outlet of excitement that you see. Now, it might not be right the first time, it's never right the first time, but it just gives me such joy, and this is why I do what I do. So now I'm in the process of having my first book published. Visages de Nuit, which are all the images in this series. And it's quite a daunting experience and an interesting one, I have to say. Kerher Verlag in Germany, the fine art book publisher, is publishing this book, and it's so different to sequence a book than it is to sequence an exhibition on the wall. You need to have a flow in the book, but it needs to be an exciting flow to keep people turning page after page. So it needs to make sense, but it also needs to stop somebody and then make them turn the next page. My designer, Alexa Barbich, has been invaluable to this process, and the people at Kerher have been wonderful. So people ask me when I began photography, and the truth of the matter is that I've been photographing all my life, whether it's in my mind or through the lens of a camera. Throughout my life, I think I've been concentrating on details. So I see the precise details in things, whether it's people, things, my environment. And what I have always been trying to capture, and began to with photography and capturing those images, is the emotion behind those details.